Well, just like I mentioned in the previous video, I am making another video, addressing the question of what if there is a non-Christian in the cell group. Well, because we're talking about proclaim, we are here in the cell group. You are learning how to share your faith to a non-Christian, to your friend who is not a believer. Then what if there is a non-believer in the cell? Would it feel awkward? Like, well, these people are trying to get me. These people are are are, are training themselves so that they can manipulate me so that they can become a Christian. Is that what we are doing? Well, I think if there is a non-Christian in the cell, what you need to do is to be honest with them. Be honest with them why we do this. Be honest and be don't be afraid to be vulnerable as well. I mentioned something along the line of, well, we know the gospel is the best news. We believe that. We believe in the good news. We believe in Jesus Christ. We believe that Jesus lived, He rose, He died, and He rose again from the dead, giving us reason to live, giving us hope for eternal life. And now we have a reason to live and to love other people. Be frank about what the gospel is. Perhaps this is a good opportunity for you to share the gospel with them. But also explain that sometimes we Christians, we are shy or we are afraid because the gospel sounds like a foolishness to the world. The gospel sounds like weird news. It is good news, but it sounds like weird news. So sometimes we Christians can mess it up. Sometimes we Christians can miss the main point of the gospel. When we talk about the gospel to other people, instead of talking about the gospel, we talk about us. Instead of talking about Jesus, what He has done on the cross, we end up talking about our accomplishment, and that is wrong. And that's why we Christians do not want to mess it up when we want to share the gospel. And here we want to get to know the gospel, and we want to understand how it has impacted our lives and how we can best share this good news with other people, including those who are in the cell group. So be honest with them, and this is an opportunity for you to explain the gospel and be honest with them that we want to share this good news. We want to tell others this good news in a way that is honest, in a way that is not confrontational, but also in a way that is helpful to the non-Christians, in a way that is not offensive, but also in a way that is really helpful. So take time to explain why we do this so that they don't feel awkward. And then the best thing is, if you have non-Christians, the best thing to ask them, ask them, hey, John, or hey, Smith, or hey, whoever is your friend's name, ask them to ask good questions about Christianity. And maybe this is an opportunity for you to ask them, what are some questions that you feel difficult to overcome when it comes to Christianity? Ask them these questions. Then it will help your cell members to think as well, to be ready to give answer. And also, as you share your testimony in a cell group, you will take time to share testimony, share your story. Ask them, what do you think about this, about his story? What do you think about their story? Perhaps ask them to critique your story. Because sometimes we Christians, we can share a story in such a way that you are boasting about yourself. You're not boasting about Jesus. And also maybe you share a story in a way that is very Christianesque. Like you use a lot of jargon that people just don't understand. Ask them to help you critique your story. And the reason they are in your cell group, the reason they are in a Christian cell group, they would already know that they will hear about the gospel. They will already know that they will hear about Christianity. So ask them, invite them. Don't feel awkward. Invite them to join the discussion and invite them to role play with you, perhaps. Why not? But be honest with them. Okay? Trust me, it will do you good and it will help them, and they can see that, well, we are all fair dinkum here. We want to help each other. Okay? So that's something to think about. Have a great cell meeting this week. I'll see you next week. Bye.